Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And I'm up this morning with a surprise creation design team haul. I've also made a couple of projects. Everything that you've seen me hauling this week I will be back to do more of next week. So I've got my ruler at the ready, and I'm going first up with Surprise Creations Designs, and she's done some new frames. Now, I don't know if you saw this sort of, she's calling these dot frames. It was a plain dot frame last month. This one has got a scallop edge. And as you can see, if I put my finger there, it's a perfect size for sewing. So if you like to cut felt out and stuff like that, you're going to have great fun. 7¼ inches on the circle. Now, the rectangles I've used in my project, and they're a little bit messed up in there. I've also got to clean them off. And that is cut line to cut line, a fraction over 6½ inches. And then on the length of the rectangle, we're looking at 8 inches. And then on the ovals, we have, let's go in on the cut line, 8 inches. And then on the width, we have 6½ inches. Now, Surprise Creation is just known for doing really wonderful frames, and some of them are very large, so they're perfect for making mini albums and books and just sewing. So that one is the square, and get my ruler the right way around. And we are at 7¼ inches, and I'll just make sure that that is a square, and it is 7¼ inches. So you can appreciate, you know, whenever I cut felt out, I always do what the scrapbook makers do, and that is I use a Dollar Tree glue stick and I bond my felt down to lightweight cardstock, not sort of like copy paper thinness, but lightweight cardstock, and then it just makes it, cutting it out, absolutely perfect. You know, it cuts out really professionally. You get a nice crisp edge on your felt, and you can sew it together with the paper backing there. That doesn't matter, you know, if you're going to decorate a card or something, or you can just peel the paper back and just stitch your felt when you're done. But you can do some really lovely sort of like home creation and home makes with stuff like this. Right, next up, and I believe this is Nicole's, and it's a set of Christmas trees which could also be turned into shakers, and that is 5 inches by almost 4¼ and then I believe this one is also a Nicole design, a Christmas ornament there with the hanger, and that is 4¾ for the largest, and a fraction over 3½ on the width. The hanger section, which I suppose you could put up wherever you wanted to, is just a fraction over an inch. So that will give you an idea. And of course those can also be shakers. And then next up, also a Nicole design. This is a bow, which is a little Santa or an elf. And this here is the face, and you build the hat with the pom-pom and the trim. You get another piece that goes there, which can be a shaker, and then you've got your bow pieces. So it quite literally ties up around here, and then you've got the little eyes that you pop in, and the bow front is sort of like, how do you describe it? Kind of like Santa's moustache and beard when you finished it with the little bow at the bottom. But I'll be up with that next week. And then next up, I believe, is also a Nicole design, and that is a set of strawberries. I'll lay that down. It's a very large set of strawberries, and I absolutely love strawberries. I mean, I haul little strawberry charms and all sorts of stuff, but it comes with the little strawberry blossoms, and you've got different leaves. You've got the strawberry seeds, and you've also got the top sections, which would go like this. Now you could of course do that any way around you wanted to. That could be a pair if you wanted to, I mean, you can see that shape there, and you can just pop those leaves on. But this way around and into a leaf like that, and you've got a gorgeous little strawberry. So that's really a 2-in-1 kind of thing, if you know what I mean. But all of those can be shakers, and the largest one I'm sure could be a lovely little brag book. So let's look at that. And we are just under 4.5 inches on the largest one. And squeezing along there, 3.5 inches. But just absolutely gorgeous. And of course you can use things like this, especially in that shape, for Thanksgiving. And you could cut out little pear apertures all over a card and have your little sort of like scarecrow or something peeking through, which would be really, really cute. But as I say, I think they're meant to be strawberries, but also pear. Right, next up is my design, and I've only done one this month. I've been super, super busy, and I've done a Thanksgiving set, which is, that needs poking out, which says thankful. You've got an apple border. All of these fit on top of a mini slimline, and then you've got the lattice, which is also kind of like representative of a pie crust, I always think. Or you can use it for in the spring, summer, for doing your trailing ivy and flowers and stuff, because it can be used like a garden lattice. And then you've got a pie, and you've got this frilly edge here on the pie crust, and you cut 2 pie crusts and you lay one slightly off center on top of the other one, and then you just curl this up so that you've got a flaky pastry edge, and then you've got a larger apple. So measuring the large piece, you have just a fraction over 5.5 inches, because of course a mini slimline is 6, and then just a fraction over 2.5 inches, and your width on a mini slimline is 3. And then of course your border, which is going to fit on there, is exactly the same size, and then the height of that is 1/2 inch. So that's kind of like give you a rough size of that. Right, so first up, I have done 2 projects, and I will be back next week with more, as I said. But I did, where did that go? Oh, hang on a second, I haven't shown you that. That tells you I should stop making videos in the morning. Hang on a second. Right, I forgot to show you this one. And this is a crafting tote bag that comes with scissors and a glue gun and a glue bottle. And you've got all the pieces there that will make a tote. And this is the project that I did. Now, I will tell you that it also comes with these 2 pieces. But for the life of me, I could not work out how these 2 pieces went. So I'll put them back onto here. But I took them out because I didn't use them. So whether you can use those for making something more dimensional, I'm not sure. But I made mine as flat. So I'm going to show you that project that I made. And I did this one. And I used the crafting paper pack from Echo Park, which I think is a Laurie Whitlock pack. And obviously I got it from Tuesday Morning because it was only $6.99. So that is what I made. I did the tote bag, and the glue gun does come out. It's got its little pocket there. And I put the glue bottles down there because I just wanted to make my card look nice and full. See if I can get away from being so blurred. And I did use navy cardstock, which is something I don't use very often actually. I kind of tend to lean towards black, but I've used navy blue today. So that is your little tote bag. And of course, if you pull that up a bit more like that, you could also do that for a man. If you've got little spanners or something like that, you can pop those into the tote bag, and it would make a great sort of like DIY type card. But all of this, as I say, cardstock comes from Tuesday Morning, and I'm going to measure that tote bag now. So if I sound like I'm digressing or losing my place, it's because I'm watching what Bo is doing. That is 4 inches wide. He got hold of a piece of paper, bless him, and he's giving it a good old chew, by 3.5 inches. And then the next project is the Thanksgiving, and I've used the whole set to make the cards, and I just made it really bright and happy. And if I go close there, you can see what I mean about cutting 2 layers of the pie and having your little bit of flaky pastry. Just think of it like making a flower. I did 2 borders of the apples, and I used a larger apple there, and there is that thankful sentiment. I'm sorry if that's blurred. And then this red picnic cardstock, I believe, is from an authentic pack, which I pulled out because as soon as I saw the strawberries, I thought, yes, I'm going to get my strawberry papers out. And this authentic pack has strawberry paper. So that's why I've used that gingham. But pies and things always remind me of picnics, even if it is autumn. So that is what I've got for you today. I do thank you so much for watching. I hope it wasn't too confusing. And as I said, everything that I've hauled so far, I'm going to be up with more projects next week. Now tomorrow I'm up with an Eiffel Store design team haul, which is his new Christmas release. So as usual, all links below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have an absolutely awesome day. Bye.